It was 2 minutes past 7 last night. I was sat in our lounge quietly just scrolling through my iPad, and then this awful noise came from my pocket. That awful noise was my phone going off with a red alert warning, warning me that Storm Darragh was going to come and batter the farm. So we knew there was a bit of wind coming because the weatherman had already said, oh, it's going to be windy on Saturday and a bit of rain. But I didn't know it was going to be quite as serious as Darra. So, in fact, if I'm perfectly honest, the red warning we got, I reckon an amber would have done for us. We got off compared to some really light. So we had some rain for sure, and we had some wind. But to be honest, apart from a few bags that were flying around the yard, my roll of terram, which had flown off the trailer and had half unrolled itself, that's now rolled back up, and a few other bits and bobs which have got blown about. I mean, got a bit of tumbleweed there that should be on there. We'll chuck that back. To be honest, we've got off quite lightly. Nothing too serious. Now, there are trees down there around, so I've had a couple of calls from clients and customers, and they sent me photographs and messages of trees that have fallen, squashed a bit of property. A thing immediately dangerous to life or limb. The trees are already down, stuff is already squashed. I'm going to be going off and looking at some of them this afternoon. One of them is literally just down the road from my dad, so I'm calling in to make sure he's okay. Probably just after lunch, I should think. So we'll have a look at that on the way. Yeah, but to be honest, I got one little tree down there. We're going to have a quick look at that. But other than that, I think we've got off pretty light. Hello boys, what are you doing up here? You're not really supposed to be up here, eh? I haven't got anything for you. No, I haven't got any. It's in the shed. Ah, you can see where they got through. Okay. Right, well hopefully they'll follow me back. So these are Samar Vet's sheep, which I've already told you already know that. They were only going to be staying for a couple of weeks because he's got some fencing to do to take them backwards going, but I think he got as far as getting the posts in, but the weather's been so bloody diabolical that, and I said to him, look, there's no worry. They're welcome to stay here for as long as you need. They're not in my way. Come on, boys. Come on up. So we're just going to put them back where they're supposed to be. Come on up. Come on, get your heads round. That's where you're supposed to be. There you go. In there. That's better. Right. I did wonder about that ash tree last night. I also wondered about the big ash at the top of Pigeon Mead, but I think that's okay as well. So it's just this elm down here, I think. That's it. That's where you're supposed to be out there. Just squashing a bit of fence. Top's blown out of that one as well. And this little chap here. So this is not my hedge, this is my neighbour's hedge. So I don't really have the rights to go in there and cut out stuff that's dead or dying. I just have to clear it up when it falls down. So that won't take very long. Can I lift that over? Not with one hand, hang on. Nope. It's wrapped up in brambles. I don't want to move. Okay. How about the big ash down there? Is he still standing? Just going to look around the corner. There's one more tree that would be susceptible to this weather. and the wind's in the right direction. If it's come across me, it'll be a bit of a pain to clear up. I'm regretting not wearing a coat a bit. It's not very warm. Right, you're still standing. And it looks like so's that one down there. Right, so that ash tree there got quite a lot of decay in him, but it is still standing. That's looking pretty green in there, isn't it? That's the field we mucked a few weeks ago. You wouldn't do it today. Right, that's all that side sorted out. Okay, no serious damage. Just a few bits and bobs of cutting up and chucking back and it will be done. I was having a chat with Mrs. P last night. We stood up in our room looking out the window. We were talking about the new barns and the difference it made to the cattle and the difference it made to the farm. And of course the north end of the new barn has not been covered in. There's no Yorkshire boarding there. I think we've just paid the final bill on that. That's all now paid for. But I said to Mrs. P, I said, how would you feel about me adding another one or maybe 2 bays to that shed? So the lighter grey area, just go that way, another 2 bays. Oh, here they come. Have you just noticed I'm out here? Hey, have you? I haven't got any. No, I haven't got any. No, I don't. I'm sorry, I haven't got any. Sorry, don't go back. No, don't you start that. None of that. Hello, mate. Yeah, normally Sam comes down and feeds them, and of course I've got no nuts, so he's annoyed. So when they start backing up, you got to watch out. No, behave. There you go, now you can't reach me. So it means I ain't got to beat him up again. Yeah, so concreting. What would you do? I mean, I'm really enjoying having a bit more covered space. One day it's going to fall over. Right, how much have you got left in there? Oh, you've got another hour's worth in there yet. We'll let you get that down a bit lower, and we'll come and refresh that bell maybe before I go and see me dad. So anyway, yeah, so we were talking about sheds and undercover space, and one of the things that guiles me most about our yard is the general tidiness. I'd like to have a good tidy up, but it's all this kit left out in the weather. You know, there's like a £7,000 topper, 5 or 6 grand there, another 4 or something there. You know, there's a load of money sat there out in the weather, just rotting. And it was a case of, I wonder, have I got room to put another 2 of these on there? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight. Tight. One more bay here. Maybe next year. This thinking is expensive. Every time I think about, oh, I could do that, and I could, oh, that would be a good idea. That would help. That would improve stuff. And every time it goes, oh, I'd like to concrete it as well. Right, well, welcome back. Early lunch. Mrs. P and Holly have gone off to some farmer's market up in Brockworth in Gloucester. Aldra's sat watching her telly. We're going to go to the farm and just make sure there's no damage. So there's nothing really to write home about here, but I don't know about there. It's 9 miles away. And the only way I'm going to be satisfied that there isn't a problem is to go and have a look. So we're going to go in the Defender. There's a good reason we're going in the Defender. All right, boys and girls. Got little antlers on you. Yeah, don't forget to do that. Yeah, okay. So the main reason we're going in the Land Rover is we're going to probably drive across Great Leys, because Reg said to me he thought there might be a blockage in one of our ditches with a tree down. He actually told me that a couple of days ago, so while we're going over, we'll check that out. And it's not somewhere I would drive my Fiesta van. When I get it out there, pretty sure I wouldn't get it back though. But before I go there, I'm going to take the chip body off the truck. That's one. Two. Am I gonna have to undo them already? Yeah. Hello? It is, yeah. Right, so that was a phone call from a customer. I looked at his tree. He reckons it was between 3 and 5 years ago, and I'd recommended him to leave it alone. There was nothing wrong with it. Of course, the wind last night has now bothered him, and he wants me to go and have another look, which I said is not a problem. Won't be today, but he said he doesn't think it's to fall over tomorrow, but he thinks it's moved by a degree or two, maybe. So. Yeah, so we'll be going to look at that in the week, I expect. Right, we're going to go and have a look at a slightly altered piece of skyline. Altered because something's missing. Namely a Lombardy poplar. It's no longer there. It's where it shouldn't be. It's on top of there. Right. I reckon Reg could reach some of that. Let's go and have a look. Huh, right. Okay. Well, that could be an interesting project. So, because this is right next door to Funky Farmer and Reg and a few others. Everybody's been out to offer a hand to get rid of that. And of course, Reg's got the Manitou. So it might be a case if I just let them get on with it. Or lend a hand. We'll find out. Right, shall we do a little bit of off-roading? That's better. I probably don't really need the diff lock, but you know, I've got it. I might as well use it. So Reg reckoned there was an issue down that ditch over there. So that's where we're going to go and have a look. Nothing yet. That one's coming out of there. Got a bit of erosion on that bank there too. It's flowing. So there is bits of the ditch you could probably do with a bit of a clean out, but it ain't that bad. Either that or that wind and storm has washed it all downstream. Afternoon! Right, chat with the walkers. The lady had a little push chair and I said, you got a diff lock on that thing? She goes, no, it's for him, his back legs ain't very good, so I have to put him in there occasionally. I said, well, fair enough. So, well, oh, you spotted that, haven't you? You know it's in there, don't you? Right, so there's nothing too serious as far as blockage in the stream is concerned, so it's a bit damp here, so we're going to get a bit of momentum up. No, I didn't say you could have that, not yet. You can have it in a minute. There are one or two places down a ditch where the water is restricted a bit, but to be honest, not enough to really warrant bringing a digger over to clean, not this time of year anyway. A bit wet. Another tree gone down there, but he's out the way. Right, gonna go and call in and see my dad and see how he is, and then it'll be home, check the cattle, probably put a bale in that single feeder. That's probably it for today. We're not going to get a lot done today, are we? No, Dad, but you are going to give me that bacon strip. Just call in the cottage and give Bruce back his switch. That's the one that didn't work. Hey, well, welcome back. We're home again now. Just deciding on what I'm going to give these guys. So I think there's enough in there for tonight. We'll probably have to give them a couple of bales tomorrow morning. So I think today it's just going to be the single bale at the far end. So we'll crack on and do that. Go on, in you go. Won't be long, you can come back out again. Go on. Mind your bum. Go on then. What a Mary. Go on. Go on. Do you want to come up? Hang on, wait a minute. I got to move this. Coming up. Come on. Up. You made a meal out of that, didn't you? You know, according to see Reg on the way home, but I think he might have been having a nap because I couldn't get hold of him. So anyhow, I'm taking Dad out to lunch tomorrow. My brother's busy at his place with plumbers and heating engineers or something. So I said to Dad, right, I'll take you out for lunch, and if you want, I'll invite Reg. And he said, if you want to invite Reg, you carry on. So that's what I'm going to do. But I can only invite Reg if I can get hold of him. So if you're at the Mason's Arms, what would be last Sunday? Yeah, we're there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on there, and I'm going to have you at the back there, because you're an older bale and slightly bigger, because you're on the floor, you'll have a dirty bottom, which suits this feeder better. And then we're going to put that bale back on top of that plastic. Stop the wind blowing it away. Actually, the bottom's not too bad. It's not black, it's just a few bits of tarmac stuck to it. Stay. That's kind of it for skid steer work today. I don't mind. I did most of it yesterday. Right, close this, open that, job's done. You can come out now. Yeah, I knew I'd move the feeder a little bit, but I didn't mind it a little bit. Okay, what we like in here? This will do for another day. So yeah, bottom end down here, it's quite clean. It's literally, like I said, it's just the top end there where they walk through from that yard to that one. Wind's picking up again. You folks right in here? I really, really, really wish you wouldn't chuck it on the floor, because that's just wasteful, isn't it? Wasters. Oh, I saw that. Right. Well, that's still lay on it, I suppose. Oh, at this side. Not so bad this side. So maybe I was being a bit harsh. Maybe it's the wind that chucked a lot of that out, and not them. Maybe it was both. There you go. You can lie on it. So yeah, so going on with what I was saying this morning, I think this has been a great addition to the farm, and I think doing it again, saving my pennies, doing another 20 foot and a 15, and we just don't go as far up and just have like a machinery bay. I don't know. We'll get the tape measure out. Tim's going to come and see me in the next week, and we'll have a look at that. But that's a project for next year. So, but yeah, I think it's, the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Covered space for animals and machinery, always going to be a good thing. Right then, you ready? She said, yes, it's time for you to come in and feed me. He wants my food. I wonder how Holly and Julia have got on. So I don't know if it's still running. What's time? It's, well, probably is still running. So I'm not sure what it is. It's some event in Brockworth. So hopefully they're doing all right. We're done. I'm not doing any more today. I could go and play with Donald in the shed. I did consider going down there and maybe put that on, but I've decided I'm not going to. Not today. I'm going to sit on my ass and do nothing for the rest of the afternoon. At least that's the plan. Hello, you two. Hello. Well, you should have come when I called you, misery.